Dark psychology videos rack up millions of views, promising secret tricks to manipulate people. Let's see if any of it actually holds up. I'll show you why the claims these videos make are often wrong, exaggerated, or misrepresenting the science. Let's look at 3 examples. This first example comes from an account with over 7 million subscribers.
Suggestibility refers to how we can shape people's thoughts with specific words and suggestions. So I'm going to show you how to capitalize on suggestibility to make her like you more. During a study, an investigator showed participants a video of a car crash.
Okay, first of all, the study he's citing here isn't even the one he talks about in the video. He's actually talking about a classic 1974 study by Elizabeth Loftus and John Palmer. In the study, people answered how fast a car was going in a video of a car crash. People gave higher estimates when the question said that the cars smashed into each other compared to contacted each other. But you shouldn't expect the same results if you try to use this to your advantage. One important factor in the original study is that the researchers asking about the car speed presumably knew the correct answer, so when they used a phrase like smashed into, people had good reason to read into that. But if you're telling a story and changing details to make yourself seem more interesting or brave, why would someone who is there think that your point of view is more reliable than theirs? It's probably not going to work the same way. The second example is from a video titled, "These 10 Dark Psychology Tricks Should Be Illegal."
You must have heard that a single word can change destinations. One such word is because. It's remarkable how adding this word after stating something can significantly increase the chances of convincing someone to agree with you.
This idea traces back to a 1978 study. In the study, someone went up to people about to use the copy machine and asked if they could use it first. Sometimes they gave no reason at all, and sometimes they gave a basically nonsensical reason, because I need to make some copies. That's what the copy machine is for, so it's the same reason everyone is there. The researchers did find that providing a nonsensical reason increased the number of people agreeing to let the person go ahead. But the study had a fairly small sample size, and another study in 1985 failed to replicate its results. One way to look at this is that it's just a kind of common sense. Giving someone a reason for why you want something will make them more likely to say yes. Even a bad reason may make them more likely to say yes if they aren't paying attention or they don't care very much. But is this really a trick that should be illegal? Come on. This last example is from a video with over 400,000 views.
Here's a strange psychological fact. The more often we hear something, the more we believe it, even if it's false. Manipulators use this by repeating the same lie or half-truth over and over.
This one is interesting. This is called the illusory truth effect. It's a real thing and it's pretty well documented. For example, in a 2022 study, researchers sent text messages to people containing true or false facts over the course of 15 days. Some of the facts were sent repeatedly, and at the end, people scored the truth of all the facts. People ended up rating false facts that they had seen 16 times about as likely to be true as true facts that they had seen only once. That's the effect. But again, can you really use this to manipulate people? In the study, they only used trivia-style facts with a clear true or false basis. And the people in the study knew that some of the texts they got would be true facts, so they were inclined to believe some of them. But if someone suspects that you're saying something to flatter or manipulate them, or what you're saying just doesn't make any sense, they'll probably be less receptive. These are just a few examples, but the simple truth is most of these manipulation tricks just aren't likely to work. Why? Because it's really hard to make people do what you want. One of the most tested and effective persuasion tools is fear, like when anti-smoking ads show you gruesome pictures of what can happen if you don't quit. And even fear still isn't that effective. Researchers looked at 127 studies on using fear to persuade people. They found that on average, only an additional 1 out of 11 people was persuaded by fear to change their minds or their behavior compared to a control group. So overall, these methods worked, but not super well. There's no such thing as dark psychology. It's a made-up buzzword designed to entice you into thinking you're learning some secret knowledge. But at best, you're just getting standard psychology concepts that have been repackaged in a slick way. At worst, you're getting false information. But if that's true, and all these manipulation tricks are just bunk, how do people ever get manipulated? I think there are at least 2 reasons. First, just because these tricks don't work well doesn't mean they don't work at all. Remember, using fear for persuasion caused an additional 1 out of 11 people to change their mind or behavior. This means you should expect these tricks to fail more often than they succeed. Second, some people really are more manipulative than others, and some people really are more suggestible than others. Even weak techniques may be effective in the hands of highly manipulative people. But if that's not you, watching a 10-minute video won't teach you to become one. Follow for more videos like this one.